Cha-ching, 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 people. Cha-ching, cha-ching. Get the money, get the money, get the money. This is Uncle P from Super Easy Forex, and I'm going to discuss in this particular video the two time frames that most Forex traders are losing on. If you ever do statistics on Forex traders, you'll see that anywhere from 70 to 90% of all Forex traders lose money in the markets. They never make money, no matter how hard they try, no matter how many strategies they come up with, and no matter how many indicators they have. It's always the same results. Why is that? We're going to discuss it today. Here's what some of you guys don't know, and if you pay attention to what I'm going to teach you, you'll learn a lot. Just listen to this story, see if it makes sense. Then we're going to go to the charts and I'm going to show you a very good example of what I mean. So some of you guys know me as the person who trades in the Forex markets, and I do Sunday videos and so forth. But what you don't know is that I actually went to school for news and broadcasting. At one point, I was trying to be a news reporter since I like talking, and I have been on television before. I've also had my own radio show. So I actually went to school for news and broadcasting. Follow the story and you'll learn why you're making mistakes in the markets. So one of the key lessons, hear this good because you're going to learn something big here about how you trade. One of the biggest lessons that we learned when we went to school for news and broadcasting is that you never, hear this good, you never get on camera and say a word about reporting news until you have the bigger picture. Now, this does not apply if you're one of those newscasters who's out in the field at the moment of things happening. That is the only time where things change and you're okay to report as things are happening. If you're a person who is an anchor in the newsroom, you do not speak until you understand the overall story. Is that clear? Because I'm teaching you a principle about how Forex traders are losing left and right. And when we get to these two time frames, you'll begin to see the problem. But at first, you have to understand where the problem lies. What am I talking about? What does newscasting have to do with this? Everything. Because the same principle that they taught in school about being a newscaster, don't ever report a story unless you fully understand the global picture of it and all the details. Then you go on camera and you can talk. Okay? The same is true in trading. Most Forex traders do not understand the bigger picture. But what they do is they go to these time frames, which I'm going to go to the charts momentarily, and I'm going to show you why they're making big mistakes and why 70 to 90% of all Forex traders tend to lose in the markets. Furthermore, there's more. Furthermore, because they don't understand this, and let me be very clear, majority of the Forex traders who come to the market all come through the same exact door of using these two time frames to make money. And as a result of them not having professional training, they all tend to lose the same way. What am I talking about? Let's get to the charts. Right here, I'm looking at a nice, beautiful setup on AUD, USD off the 5-minute time frame. And right here, you can see that it's currently showing me that there's a nice little possible uptrend. I can grab myself a trend line and I can do something like this and say, okay, I can eyeball it, or you can draw your trend line and say, okay, what do you see? Oh, it looks like it's an uptrend, right? And so we hop in the trade and it possibly could go up. But it depends on how many pips you're after. This could kind of go up a couple of pips. It can retest this level here. Watch this. It can retest this level here. We'll just put a little mark there. Watch this. This is going to be cool. You'll learn something. It can retest this level here. Okay. And it can come up here and retest this level here. Coming across here. See? Touched. Okay. It can also come up and retest this level here. So we have 4 possible target levels for it to recover coming up this way. Here, 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 and here. And of course you can pull out your Fibonacci tools and all those different things. But for me, is this a trade that I would personally be looking at? The answer would be no. Why? because of the rule they taught me in school about about news and broadcasting. Do not ever report a news if you don't know the bigger picture. Why? You could be wrong. Let me take you to a higher time frame and let's see what's going on. If I go to the 15-minute time frame, it looks now like, yes, it can pull back, but is it possible that it'll pull back to these levels? Looks to me like it's a solid downtrend with a temporary pullback. So if anything, looking from this level, it could possibly pull back to this level. But let's go a little bit further out. Let's go to the 30-minute. And as you can see on the 30-minute, we still have the same problem. Same problem, it looks like it's just pulling right back to here. And if that's the case, it'll pull back to here and then continue down. Okay, let's go a little bit further out. Let's go to the 1 hour. 1 hour is telling me it looks like it's in the downtrend. It looks like, again, it can pull back to our algorithmic line, right to here, possibly. First target would be here. But what about here, here, and here? How likely does it look now? See, it looked real cute on the 5-minute time frame. But the higher out you go, the less desirable these levels look. Let's go to the 4 hour. See, on the 4 hour, does it look desirable now? No. It looked like it did a sharp pullback. And this is our daily dot indicator, which is free if you sign up for the signal service. So right here, you can see it came, touched up against our daily resistance level, and then dropped. So now it just looks like it's doing a little small pullback, which could possibly pull back to here, and then continue down to retest this level down here. Let's go to the daily. Look at the daily. Overall, this looked like it's in a clear downtrend with constant pullbacks before the drop. It did it here, touched all the way down, pulled back, came up a bit and dropped again. Pulled back, came up again, and it looks like it's going to drop again. As you can see, this is where it's at. So how likely? Going back to this 5-minute time frame where everything looked real cute and you had your plans. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take it at this level, or I'm gonna go to this level, and so forth. How likely does it look that it could actually do that now that you're seeing it from the bigger picture? As you can see, the bigger picture, when the bigger picture comes in, it changes the narrative. It changes the story. Because now when you're looking at it from the aerial view, from the helicopter view, from an airplane view, it doesn't look as sexy as it did on the 5-minute time frame. And this is why 70 to 90% of all Forex traders tend to lose, because majority of them have never been professionally trained on how to be a scalper. And that's where I'm going. It's nothing wrong with being a scalper, but majority of them have never been trained on how to be a professional scalper. And as a result of that, they're constantly trading on the 1 minute and 5-minute time frame for the fastest profits, but they're getting beat up because they don't understand the overall direction that the overall trend is going. From there, you can do reversal trades, you can do trend trades, you can even play within consolidations, but at least you understand what's going on with the bigger picture. Majority of Forex traders do not take the time to actually look at the higher time frame. And that is why you have 70 to 90% of all Forex traders who tend to lose, because majority of them come through the gates trying to be a what? Let me get close to you. Majority of them are always coming through the gates trying to be a scalper because it gives them the fastest profits. And then when that doesn't work, they switch to being a day trader. Then when that doesn't work, they switch to being a swing trader. Problem is, by the time you make a decision to be a day trader and swing trader, which you can be a scalper as well, doesn't matter to me. But the fact is, the reason why they swing over, slowly migrate, is because they can't find a successful path, no matter what strategy or indicators they're using, to be a successful scalper. The problem is, by the time you have switched over from being a scalper's mentality to trying to use day trading techniques or swing trading techniques, you have no patience, and so you're always staring at your charts. Why? Because you're used to trying to make fast money. Okay, big difference. Okay, so let's go back to the charts one more time. So as a result of you trying to make these fast profits, Now that you're moving over to being a day trader or a swing trader, you're still hurt because you brought the damaged trading mentality to a new ball game. Because when you switch from being a scalper to a day trader, the game changes a little bit different, not because of the charts, but because of patience and waiting. And when you swing over to a swing trading mentality, the hold time is even longer, but you have a scalper's mentality because you were used to trying to still make fast profits, but now you're understanding that it might behoove you, until you get professional training to be a scalper, then I need to do something a little bit different that will give me at least some breathing room from the ins and outs and fluctuations that happen on the lower time frames. There's a lot of turbulence that happens on the lower time frames, such as the 1 minute and the 5 minute. Why is that? Because that's where the noise is. That's where every little thing that happens in the market jumps up and down. Now, am I against being a scalper? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you something momentarily so that you can kind of get the gist and see for yourself. Absolutely not. But I really believe that most traders who come through the gate come through trying to make fast profits, and in essence, they're giving away fast profits to the market because of this simple dialogue. If you went to the 4-hour time frame or even the 1-hour time frame, any of these, if you went to the 30-minute time frame, does it look like you really want to be in a trade that's going to be on a buy? I don't think so. So do you see, by stretching out and getting a bigger picture first, you kind of get an understanding of where you are, whether you want to be bothered with doing a pullback on the lower time frame or not. Chances are it changes your mind. So if anything, you'll wait for the pullback on the 5 minute, and then when it starts going back down, you'll catch it on the way down. Why? Because it's clear that this is heading down. It's just doing a temporary breather, what I call it. A temporary breather of a pullback, and then potentially at a curve and keep on going down to reach possibly down to this level or even down to here. Okay, it can retest and come to this level. See it right there? See? Right here, here, and here. So if anything, it could pull back up temporarily and come back down and test this level. Then it could come down and test the next level, which is here. You see it? See, if anything, from the bigger picture, I'm looking to go the other way. See? Right here, here, and here. So this could be another level, and then it can ultimately end here. So if anything, on the 5 minute, instead of looking for a way to go upwards, I will wait for it to finish going upwards, or you can ride it for a few pips upwards, but primarily, I'm looking for it to go which way? And if we shrink the charts, I'm looking for this way. Furthermore, one more confirmation for those who actually have the tool. Remember, you have Too Easy. What is Too Easy telling you? Our Too Easy system is clearly telling you right now, on the higher time frames and the lower time frames, right now, who's in charge? Sellers. Do you really want to be a buyer? I'll let you make that decision. Let me show you one more thing. As you can see here, this is our January report of our signal service. And you can see that we've done 35 wins, 13 losses, 5 break-evens. And that's because, this was the markets, basically, as everyone should know who trades in the markets, that for the entire month of January, it set a record as one of the worst starts in the global markets in history. And yet we still pulled out 35 wins, 13 losses, and 5 break-evens. So we're looking good. But here's the scalping group, which is a separate number. Look at this. Because they are learning how to scalp under professional training under Miss Jenny in the scalping group, and they taking trades live with her so that they can learn how to spot and understand how the markets move. This is why they're having such great success. As you can see, in the first week of January, they made 2,233 pips. And the second week, 877, which is very low for them. The next week, they did 3,381. The next week, they did 6,194. And that was for a total of 12,685 pips, which is separate from the total number of pips they made from the signals. Okay, it's all in one. You have the live scalping session along with the signal service within our signal service. It's all included. okay? But the live scalping sessions is where you can actually be live in the room with Miss Jenny as she's taking trades, so you can learn how to be a professional scalper. So am I against scalping? No, I'm not. But let's go further. This is crazy. I believe they broke a record. Last week, we had 9 wins, 4 losses, 1 break even, okay? Because again, the markets went completely nuts, especially if you traded the euro. You can see that the euro just out of the blue just shot through the moon because of President Lagarde, or whatever her name is. She had a news announcement. You had the NFP, non-farm payroll, and the many other countries were reporting their earnings. So the entire week, the market was pretty choppy. So it happens. So nevertheless, but we still squeaked out our 9 wins against our 4 losses. And 2 of those happened right after a news event that happened. They spiked, hit them, but they actually turned around and actually went into profit. Wish they would have said the news announcement after the trades were done. We would have been 11-2. But anyway, here's the big key right here. Let's take a look right here. Okay, let me get my little color marker. I want you guys to see this here. This is the big key right here. You see this? Right here is where you need to pay attention. Remember last week the markets were acting really crazy, meaning the Dow, the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ. Well, once you're under professional training, you can take huge advantage of the markets when they're making these moves because you understand them, right? So they actually made 18,886 pips on those massive moves that were happening within the market. A lot of people got seasick in the markets, especially those who traded stocks and options. But the problem is that they didn't understand the markets well enough to know how to navigate through them. But when you learn how to be a professional scalper, that's when you come in and you dominate. Now, I'm just simply telling you guys, again, whether you get training from us or get it from somebody else, it doesn't matter. The point is, the 2 time frames that you get in your accounts murdered on is the 1 minute and 5 minute, because you don't understand how to play in that arena. And until you do, I would strongly recommend either get training from Ms. Jenny, who's the only scalper on the planet that I know who has been doing it for years and have every year been successful, every month successful. There are other scalpers out there, but I don't personally know them, and I do know a lot of traders. Well, maybe one guy, but he doesn't trade that often. He maybe take maybe 2 or 3 trades a week, something like that. He doesn't trade much. But a person who I know trades consistently, like last week they had 6 wins, 100% win rate. There you go. There you go. So am I against trading as a scalper? No, again, do your thing, but just know what you're doing, okay? Well, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Hopefully this video was helpful to you. If you did like my video, please hit the like and subscribe button. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, in a couple of weeks, I got something for you guys. Y'all got to pay attention. Well, I'll save it. I have some. No, don't say nothing. I'll let you guys know closer. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for all of you guys. I got something hot for you. Give me it in about 2 weeks. You'll know. Okay? All right, I'm out. Have a good one. Hopefully you enjoyed the music and hopefully you enjoyed the video.